My 27F boyfriend, 37M, blindsided me after he bought an engagement ring. Just getting to a place where I'm able to talk about this without crying. About a year ago, my 27F boyfriend, 37M, blindsided me with a breakup completely out of nowhere right after he bought me an engagement ring. There are many layers to this. We were completely happy together, had taken trips together, met each other's families, and really had no issues in the relationship. He was kind, a gentleman, took me on weekly dates that he planned, flowers every Wednesday, and in a personal sense we were very connected and our values aligned for the future. Kids, marriage, growing old together. I found a gorgeous engagement ring that I just loved. It looked great on, and despite its insane cost, $89K, he bought it for me, and I knew an engagement was coming during a ski trip we were about to take. Unfortunately, at the end of the ski trip when we got home, he sat me down and told me that due to his job and bachelor lifestyle, his words not mine, he didn't feel like he could commit to me as he didn't want to give up the on-the-go lifestyle he built. I guess he had movers or friends pack up my things. They were all in boxes that he loaded up and took me to my parents' house. Thank God for my parents. As crazy as it was, that was it. We never spoke again. No fighting, no drama. I was too blindsided to really even ask questions or talk to him. I sat there in shock as he said what he said. Honestly, I blacked out through most of it. He asked if I wanted to keep the ring. I declined, but I kept damn near everything he bought for me and some other valuable jewelry and things that he got for me. Now getting to why I'm posting, I heard recently from a mutual friend that he has had sex with over 100 if not hundreds of girls and has just been non-stop with dating and traveling and working. I really can't make sense of it. Thoughts? I can't help but wonder if this is how he does things with women. Shower them with expensive gifts and trips only to dump them when it's convenient. I should add he doesn't have kids. Never been married or engaged. Has an extremely dangerous but high-paying job. A house. A nice truck. He's tall, fit, tattooed, gorgeous eyes, etc. A great catch but seemingly now a womanizer. Thoughts? Edit. We dated for a year. I am a RN on track to go to CRNA school in the near future. I'm conventionally attractive, long blonde hair, blue eyes, tall, well-dressed, etc. Physically fit, hit workouts 56 days a week. We were generally in the same league. The relationship wasn't about money as I'm fit to take care of myself on my own. Hope that helps. Okay, but $89K for an engagement ring? Exclamation mark. He's living his life the way he wants. Not much to it other than that. Maybe with you he was trying to fit a square peg in a round hole and realized that wouldn't make him happy. You could be the most perfect person in the world and it still wouldn't work. It's not about you, it just isn't the life he wants. He did the right thing by letting you go. Just appreciate his honesty and move forward. You're lucky. Think that way. Lol, I don't believe this post, but if it's real I don't understand why this would even matter. You've been broken up for a year. He isn't your concern. Rejection is the universe's protection. You had rose-colored glasses on. It wasn't right for you. If you had gotten married and pregnant, think how do you feel to know he's cheating with many women? Thank God it ended before any kids or marriage was in place. The man you thought you knew was not really him. Be thankful. To tell you the truth, that in a way was very mature of him to do. He was still respectful of you and knew the lifestyle he wanted to keep living would ultimately hurt you. He helped you move and put an end to the relationship knowing that he would not be able to make the relationship work at the end. He must have thought real hard after buying the ring if he was ready for marriage. You say he's a great catch. But he's really not. He has a lifestyle he wants to live. And settling down isn't part of that. So really, he's not a great catch, is he? More of a Mr. Right now than a Mr. Right. If you had known that he never wanted to settle down at the beginning of your relationship, would you have followed through on the relationship? If you want a life where you settle down, get married, and build a family, you need to do that with a partner who has the same goals. Acceptance is the path forward. Don't worry about what he's doing. He's not your problem anymore. Just focus on taking care of yourself and being happy on your own terms. Sounds like he got to a stage in life where he thought it was time to settle down, but when he came face to face with it, he didn't like the looks of it and backed off. I bet he really did love you, but knew what you wanted and it wasn't going to work for him. Hopefully you had a great time while the relationship was in full swing. It's in the rear view now though. I'm sure it was shocking, embarrassing, confusing, etc. But he told you what was up and you didn't do anything wrong. Don't be afraid of love because of this experience. You'd only dated for a year, so you thought you knew him. But you didn't really know him. People are really good at hiding who they really are. You never truly know another person. Every single relationship we enter into is a leap of faith. Who knows what kinds of nonsense is in his head? Be glad he broke up with you. Because you would not have been happily married to a guy who's having sex with hundreds of other women. Question: what currency is this? Because I refuse to believe you were just casually looking at engagement rings. Saw one that is $89,000 and said, yeah, I want this one. And then when offered to keep it, you said no. Nobody is giving back an $89,000 ring, even if you sold it for half. That's a solid down payment. Sounds like he figured out that maybe you two weren't aligned long-term after all. Maybe he thought you were at one point and the engagement made it real for him. He's now doing what he feels he needs to do. I mean, it sounds like he handled it like a gentleman and even helped you move out. The only thing I can ask is, are you sure he hadn't been doing this the whole time? It is a fair assessment that people don't typically change overnight. Regardless, this isn't your problem anymore. Time to let it go and move on. You found a man that knew what he wanted. Unfortunately, it's not you. Best thing to do is move on. Don't worry about what he's doing. You're not together anymore, so it doesn't matter. You deserve better and someone who actually wants to be with you and marry you. I don't understand the problem. He was completely honest with you and doing exactly what he said he wanted. Also, if he's had sex with 100 women, he wouldn't have time to form close bonds. He just wants sex. He probably did think he wanted to marry you, then when the reality hit him he realized that's not what he wanted. He was honest with you. There is no issue here. Move on, please. I think he saw you pick out an $89,000 ring and realize you're not the woman for him. LMAO. Sounds like he was honest. He's not doing anything wrong by living his life on his own terms. He's an adrenaline junkie. Having no set home and a dangerous, exciting job is appealing to him. In dating, he probably craves the dopamine rush from being a playboy. It wouldn't surprise me if he were having a midlife crisis. He'll probably slow down at some point, but don't wait around, because even if he quits one or more of the lifestyle choices, it's doubtful he'd change them all. Unless you like being a nomad and extreme sports or whatnot, he's not really a great catch for you. 1. He's not a good catch. He's poison in a nice meat suit driving around in a nice truck too. We don't care how tall you are or how blonde you are. Are you kind? Compassionate? Smart? Funny? 3. Generally in the same league. Barf.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.